Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Celestia Lambert, your ever loving nerd, and today we are hopping right back into Dragon Age Origins. Sorry about that, had to stretch. But yeah, we're hopping right back into Dragon Age Origins. Picking up right where we left off. Not on that character, on this character. We had just gotten done with Ostagar. We were about to set out on the road. So let's go. Hope everyone's doing well today. Let's talk to Morrigan real quick.
You must speak to Mother, then be gone. You have an army of Darkspawn to avoid, and 'twould be best to get an early start. I do not mind. Take your time.
I am so sorry about that. Excuse me. Okay, so first question. Are there any other survivors?
She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each tower. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you.
Okay, so that's how Flemeth got to us. Next question. Why exactly did she say this, do you think?
I wonder at that myself. But she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
Thanks, Morrigan. Thanks.
I am only being practical.
Anyways, are we safe here?
We are safe, for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the Darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it.
Finally, are there any other survivors?
Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now.
Why did Loghain abandon the king?
I do not know who this Loghain even is. Perhaps ask Mother of it.
I think I've asked enough questions then.
I agree. 'Tis
Anyway. Let's go. There's Alistair.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
Oh, ye of little faith. It takes more than a few Darkspawn to kill me. You should know that by now, Alistair.
Duncan's dead. The Grey Wardens. Even the king. They're all dead. Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
So, why did you say this?
Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these Darkspawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
The land's hardly united thanks to frickin' Loghain.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would he do it?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
What exactly could Loghain hope to gain by betraying King Cailan?
The throne? He's the Queen's father. Still, I can't see how he'll get away with murder.
You speak as if he would be the first king to gain his throne that way. Grow up, boy.
If Al Eamon knew what he did, he would never stand for it. The Landsmeet would never stand for it. There would be civil war.
You think the Arl would believe us over the Terran?
I suppose. Al Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Cailan's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Keep in mind that Loghain was also an honorable man. Once.
The Jarl would never do what Tairn Loghain did. I know him too well. I still don't know if Al Eamon's help would be enough. He can't defeat the Darkspawn Horde by himself.
surely there are others we could call on.
Of course! The treaties! Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
I mean, why not? That's what Grey Wardens do, isn't it?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
I don't suppose you could offer any more help.
Now that you mention it, I do have one more thing to offer.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
I just love the quick little what that Morrigan does. She's just like, wait, what? I love it. I think that's a rather excellent idea, in all honesty.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Okay, Flemeth, was this your idea all along?
Pardon me, but I had the impression that you two needed assistance, whatever the form.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite Ferelden against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
Understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
She won't come to harm under our watch.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
I have no problems with your presence if Alistair doesn't.
From the way he glares, I imagine that answer is clear.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
Alistair, we need all the help we can get right about now, my dude. So, whether you like it or not, she's coming with us.
I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval.
I actually have a few more questions, if you don't mind.
I may have answers. Ask.
So, have you never been outside the wilds?
From time to time. I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here.
But is that what you want?
What I want is to see mountains. I wish to witness the ocean and step into its waters. I want to experience a city rather than see it in my mind. So, yes, this is what I want. Actually, leaving is harder than I thought, however. Perhaps Mother is right. It must simply be done quickly.
So, tell me about this village to the north then.
'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your Imperial Highway where travelers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
Is there any reason to go to Lothering then?
I mention it for its tavern, where travelers gather with news from other places. 'Tis small enough that our appearance might go unnoticed. Beyond that, 'tis close, and I know the way.
So how exactly are we gonna get how exactly are we gonna get past the Darkspawn, though?
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the Darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us.
I don't sense any at the moment.
You won't right away. No. It takes time. We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent Darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. 'Tis important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
I'm guessing the Darkspawn are camped further in then.
They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that is where they will be most concentrated.
So what skills do you have exactly?
I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
Don't mind him. You don't have to cook.
You missed your chance. Now it's charred rabbit from here on out.
I have no more questions at the moment.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Alrighty. The Arl of Redcliffe. Seek out Arl Aemon. Alistair thinks that you should seek the help of Arl Aemon Guren, I guess. Gurayan. I don't quite know how to pronounce that last name. The Arl of Redcliffe. Arl Aemon is a highly respected noble and has a great deal of influence in Landsmeet. Alistair believes that he will certainly aid you once he hears about Logain's betrayal. A paragon of her kind. Gain Orzamar's aid in battling the Blight. You need to travel deep underground to the fabled dwarven city of Orzammar to earn the trust of her king and to dwarven troops for your army. Nature of the beast. Gain the cooperation of the Dalish clans. The wandering Dalish elves, if brought together, are a force to be reckoned with. While they remain suspicious of outsiders, they may still honor the old Greywood treaties. Go to the Dalish elves and seek their help in fighting the Blight. The Mage's Circle. Or Broken Circle, excuse me. Gather the mages of the Circle for your army. The Circle of Magi is a group of powerful mages. If you can enlist their help, they will prove formidable against the Darkspawn. The Circle Tower is, of course, located on Lake Calenhad. Soldier's Pass. Journey to Soldier's Pass, where a troubled merchant awaits with a deal that may just be too good to be true. Alrighty. Oh, Alistair can be leveled up. Awesome. Bump up his willpower by a point, and bump up his strength by a couple points. Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to leave his strength at 20, and up his magic by a couple of points. Yeah. Let's give him... Let's give him survival 1. And then we can give him shield defense. There we go.
What now?
Let's see what all Morgan has on her in terms of spells and whatnot. Morgan is a shapeshifter. Interesting. She's got Winter's Grasp and Frost weapons, as well as lightning. She's got Mind Blast, Vulnerability Hex, Disorient, as well as Horror, and Drain Life. Oh, and she's also got a point in herbalism. Interesting. Alright. Well, in that case, let's get out of here. Our first stop is, of course, going to be Lothering. Oh, got a little bit of cutscene. I'm gonna be quiet.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your Lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Anora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Bannorn will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Van Tegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Van Tegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Well then. Looks like we've got a bit of trouble brewing in the capital. Hey, it's the Mabari Hound. It's the one Mabari Hound we helped. Awesome. Oh boy. And we've got Darkspawn.
Time for more Darkspawn, I see.
A lot of them too. Hey, GG.
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you.
Of course I'll pet the
Mabari are
dog.
like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now? Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
I've always wanted a dog like this. Maybe it's meant to be. Of course I'll pet the dog. Ooh. No, wait. Oh, what should I name the dog? What should I name the dog? Aha! Crap, I just had it. Oh yeah, okay. Let's do that.
Of course.
Definitely take that health poultice. Whoops. Take the money, because why not? That can be sold. Take the money. And pet the dog. Because of course I'm gonna pet the dog. What's up, Hawk? How you doing, man? I got my dog. I've got my dog. Anyway, let's continue on. Ooh, some elf root. That'll be useful. I think I saw some death root over here somewhere. Yep, there it is. Take that death root. Okay, good, I did get it. Okay, good. Got the death root, got the elf root. There we go. Lothering. That's good to hear, man. Anyway, Lothering, a small town just off the Imperial Highway at the edge of the hinterlands. That's where we're going next. Ay, 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 ay.
Wake up, gentlemen! More travelers to attend to. Led by an elf, of all things.
They don't look much like them others, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers!
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on.
You should listen to your friend, man. We're not refugees.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Heinrich. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
You're toll collectors, then.
Indeed, for the upkeep of the Imperial Highway. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it?
You're fixing the highway? I think not.
Not much gets past you, I see.
It's not really a toll. We're just robbing you, see?
Do shut up. Even a Genlock would have understood that.
Yeah, you can just forget about it.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse, then. Those are the rules.
Do you really want to fight a mage?
A mage? Ah, I don't want to be a toad.
Nobody's turning you into a toad, you sniveling bastard. You know, I hear a mage falls as quickly as anyone when stabbed. Let's finish this, gents.
Idiot.
Yeah! We're just trying to get by before the Darkspawn get us all.
I mean, hey, Arcane Warrior is a subclass of mages. Who knows? You might just say it. Picked the wrong target, friend.
Yes, of course. We should have been more careful. I'm sorry.
You know, in all honesty, all highway robbers like you deserve to die.
I'm not going down without a fight!
Nugget and a knight's note. Too bad I can't click on that corpse. Oh well. Step back here. Couple trap triggers and a deep mushroom. Okay. Couple more trap triggers.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing?
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
Leave him alone, Morrigan. Anyway, just get to the point.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
Well, we need to hear at least some news before we decide.
But we need to decide what our general plan is for afterwards, don't we? I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them?
Yeah, I've gotten around to it.
There are three main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
I mean, like I said, Hawk, Arcane Warrior is a thing in this game. Who knows? You might just see it. Ooh. And you could... I just remembered that you can get 2 subclasses. Oh god, okay. Now I'm torn. Now I'm torn. That's interesting. I'll figure that out later. Then we need to find these people.
I can give you directions if you like.
Where'd we find Arleman?
He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is.
In the Dalish?
If we head eastward, towards the Brisilian Forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully, they will still be there.
What about the dwarves?
We would need to speak to their king in Orzammar. That means heading west into the Frostback Mountains, which won't be easy.
Wait a minute, won't the circle just do what the chantry says?
Technically, the Circle of Magi is independent. We don't know that the chantry won't support us, of course.
You truly believe that?
If we speak to the first enchanter, he should see that his responsibility to the Grey Wardens supersedes anything the Chantry or even Tanlo Gain might have to say about it.
Speaking of Logain, where would he be exactly?
If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course.
Okay.
Then you have a plan.
Is there a way to contact the other Grey Wardens?
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
Then I'm ready to get going.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
Now, that'll be at the level up screen. Anyway, moving on. Open later. Okay, yeah, technically not right now. Refugee. Oh shit, hello Alfred. Chicken.
I have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
And so I shall.
Huh. Plain old
Two
Alfred.
of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, dude?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great, thanks.
Jeez. Oh, I am quickly running out of space. Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna need to sell some stuff. Oh, I'm definitely gonna need to sell stuff. Jeez. Let's hope there's a shop in here somewhere.
If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you. There's none to be found.
Ah, cool. Talk to this
Move
Templar.
on if you can. Lothering's lost. Thieves prey on the unfortunate whenever they get the chance. We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend. Best of luck wherever you might go.
Hmm. Okay. Ah, here's the shop.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Your profiteering ruffling some feathers, I take it.
You could say that, yes.
The nerve of these people!
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
Don't you think you're being a bit unscrupulous?
Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving.
I think you can compromise and still make a profit, no?
Perhaps. If that woman agrees I'm allowed to charge something.
Do what you must, so long as the prices do not beggar the needy.
Fine, fine, done. And since you don't look too needy, normal prices for you.
So, we have come to solve every squabble in the village personally. My, but the Darkspawn will be impressed.
Thank you for your generous assistance. May the Maker watch over your path.
Don't suppose you're looking to buy something?
I am, actually.
All right. Just don't buy everything up.
Alrighty. Let's see. We'll get rid of the daggers. Um, gift. still gonna give Morrigan the Darkspawn stuff. Actually, I'll let her keep her own robes. There we go. That should all be fine.
Don't suppose you're looking to buy something?
Actually, no. Fuck. That is not what I meant to do. So let's start another gloves I sold. Okay.
Your king is dead! There is no hope!
Yeah, sure.
The legions of evil are on your doorstep! They will feast upon our hearts! There is nowhere to run! This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts! Please, you're scaring the children! Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands! There! One of their minions is already amongst us! This woman bears their evil stench! Can't you not see the vile blackness that fills her?
Okay. You might want to watch where you throw those accusations.
Please stop! Somebody shut his mouth!
But isn't he right? The ban left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us!
You poor man. What happened to you?
My family, my clan, those creatures butchered them all. Some of us fled here, but we cannot escape the Darkspawn!
It must have been horrible. How'd you escape?
I ran, hearing my wife's screams as they dragged her off. She had hair the same color as yours.
You are not honoring her death by acting like this.
Are you calling me a coward?
I'm calling you an idiot. Listen to yourself for a moment.
I have shamed my ancestors, but the blackness will come.
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us.
There's always hope. Muster your courage, people.
You're right. We can't give up.
But we can't fight. What are we supposed to do?
We can't lie down and die either. We must go north to Denerim. The evil shall descend upon us!
Well, that cleared that up.
Maybe with that blasted chasing gone, my headache will go as well.
Oh. Nah. Not worried about it. Check the chantry for now. I think there's someone in here I'm supposed to talk to. Yes, there is.
There's word of darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde.
Who? I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Turn Loghain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
If he were well? What do you mean?
The Arl is stricken with an illness that threatens his life. We have found no cure, either natural or magical.
When did this happen?
Only a few weeks ago, but he has declined quickly. No one knows the nature of the illness, and even magic has done little to slow its progress. Our only hope now is a miracle. Every knight of Redcliffe has gone in search of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness, but I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
So what? Your request for the ashes brought you here?
I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact, but my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales.
Tell me more about this Urn of Sacred Ashes.
Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this.
Perhaps that could help?
Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. I intend to return to Redcliffe soon and tell the Arlessa exactly that, once Sir Henrik arrives.
I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but...
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
I'm sorry about your friends. I'm sorry about your friend, but I dealt with the bandits that killed him at least.
Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest.
Anyway, I should go.
With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, my lady. You have been most helpful.
That is all. May the Maker
Alrighty.
have mercy on us.
Sir Bryant.
Yes, my lady? Who might you be?
I am a Grey Warden.
I see. I am Ser Bryant, commander of the Lothering Templars. Tern Loghain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the King's death. You know this, I hope.
We did no such thing.
I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tern claims. But either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though. Just in case.
There any other help?
I cannot openly help you, I fear, but... Here, take this key. It opens the large cabinet on the far wall. There is more there than we can carry when we evacuate, so take what you need.
About those bandits outside.
Maker's breath, how many times must we drive them off?
They won't bother you again. I actually killed them.
All of them? By yourself?
It's true. I saw it from my post. It was over so fast, we didn't even have time to get over there.
Sad that it needed to come to that. But then they asked for it. Will you accept a small reward for your service?
Certainly, thank you.
If it interests you, there is a Chanters board outside full of quests that need doing. The Chanters even offer pay for some of them. Now, unless there's something else you need.
Maybe some info?
If the matter is important, certainly.
Heard anything?
Other than the Darkspawn horde bearing down on us, none of it is good. Teyrn Loghain is set to declare himself king, I hear. Disaster piled on disaster.
Wait, King Cailan had no heir?
None that we know of. Teyrn Loghain has no legitimate claim on the throne. He may be a hero, and his daughter may be queen, but he is a commoner. And the king's corpse is barely cold. If Arl Eamon was able to intervene, perhaps it would not have gone this far. I do not care who takes the throne. Only fools fight over who owns a cottage while it burns down around them.
I should probably get going then.
Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
And when the Maker spoke, a chant of light scattered in the darkness. Word dispelled fear and ignorance.
As you desire.
Yeah, sure, I'll take him. Alright. I can make 3 lesser health poultices, or I could make 1 Barbaric Crunch.
Sinned, be forgiven.
And when the chant spreads across all 4 corners of the world, let it rise at last to the ears of the Maker.
Do you ever wonder if that's an accurate likeness of Andraste? Maybe she was ugly. Maybe she had buck teeth. How will we know?
And then shall the chant of light make it pure. Let all mankind be humble. Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word.
Well, all right.
Alrighty. This bridge here.
Have you seen my mother? Some mean men with... She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting. Why not? Why would she leave me here? But she must be coming. He went with William to the neighbours yesterday. Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her. I will. So, are you really an elf? Father says elves are... Thank...
Cute kid.
Stop looking at me, mongrel. I have nothing you want. Why do you keep staring at me so, you flea-ridden beast? Can you not tell when you are not wanted? I enjoy company of creatures of the wild, not stench-ridden domesticated wolves. And he persists. Maddening!
Oh my god, Morrigan. Jeez. Huh, I didn't even notice that train over there. Oh, wait, did I notice? Okay, yeah, that one has barbarian wings. I don't think I noticed this one though. What's in it? Oh shit, okay. I guess will definitely be useful for a certain someone. Not gonna say two.
Lovely.
money's always useful. Now, I'll talk to her first.
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of. Don't need blame. I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs. Then you may be able to do all. There's no... Have any luck finding herbs in the woods? This will help me.
There we go. Okay. Now, where is that? I think it's Dane's.
How dare you accuse me of thievery?
Did you see the new recruiters out?
I'd keep your voice down if I were you. They're pressing anyone who can hold a sword into service.
They're tearing monsters.
I believe it's the Dane's Refuge I'm looking for.
Well,
yes.
Look what we have here, men. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Loghain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about an elf by this very description? And everyone said they hadn't seen one.
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
What makes you think we're traitors?
Tern Loghain claims the Grey Wardens betrayed the king. Or haven't you heard?
Enough talk! Take the warden into custody. Kill this sister and anyone else that gets in your way.
Right. Let's make this quick.
Surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
The Grey Wardens didn't betray King Caelin. Tern Loghain did.
I was there! The Tern pulled us out of a trap.
The Tern left the king to die.
The Wardens led the king to his death. The Tern could do nothing!
You really are blind.
Please wait!
They have surrendered. They were no match for you. Let them be.
Then take a message to Loghain.
What do you want to tell him?
Tell him the Grey Wardens know what really happened.
I'll tell him! Right away, now. Thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
So I see. Where does sister learn to fight like that?
I wasn't born in the Chantry, you know. Many of us had more colorful lives before we joined. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Or I was.
What does that mean exactly?
I joined the Chantry to live a life of religious contemplation. But I am no priest, not even an initiate.
Name's Celestia. A pleasure.
They said you were a Grey Warden. I'm surprised you're an elf. But elves must want the Blight defeated as much as humans, no? I know after what happened you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
We'll need help, that's true.
That, and the Maker wants me to go with you.
Could you elaborate, please?
I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true.
Alright,
I
Hawk.
had a
Good night.
dream.
Have a good
A
one, man.
vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Look at the people here. They are lost in their despair,
Take a
and this
nap then, man.
darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
Alrighty. I won't turn away help when it's offered then.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down.
Sorry, dog.
Indeed.
And Liliana. Alrighty. Let's see what all Liliana has available to her. Liliana is a bard. So far, she's got a Song of Valor, Dirty Fighting, Below the Belt, Deft Hands, Improved Tools. Ah, so she's good with a bow, I see. Interesting. And yet she has a dagger equipped. Give her those fire arrows. There we go.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Speak.
Ah, so Liliana has both poison making and healing. Deathroot extract. Alrighty. So we've got Liliana.
Did you speak to that knight yesterday? Said he was from Redcliffe.
He talked to everyone in the tavern. How are we supposed to know where the Urn of Sacred Ashes is? Might as well ask us how to get to the moon.
He said that all the Redcliffe knights were looking for it.
didn't have anything better to do. I don't get it.
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps? Old man Barlin said that Darkspawn, maybe Barlin wants to poison his traps. I didn't mean...
Liliana's already got a bow, so we're gonna get her.
So, let me get this straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Chantry?
No, never. Do you?
Yes. You may not believe it, but I found peace there. The kind of peace I've never known.
It used to get so quiet at the monastery that I would start screaming until one of the brothers came running. I would tell them that I was just checking. Oh, you never know, right?
No, I never did anything like that. I enjoyed the quiet.
Suit yourself. The look on their face was always priceless.
Shokke basitisra, marade starit. Abana kyun, maras shokra, ananne sam kyun.
Alrighty. Hello.
You aren't one of my
Ben.
captors. I have nothing to say that would amuse you, elf. Leave me in peace. I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is, as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples. If you haven't heard of us, that is your own shortcoming. Though it matters little now, I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate. No doubt. What help do you seek? The Blight. Are you a Grey Warden, then? Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true. Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance, it seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here. Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
So let's talk about your mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps. You would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
Oh, we could not talk about your mother. That works for me.
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
I do not recognize your companion. Greetings. Will you be making a donation to the Chantry? Our need has never been greater. Might I suggest 30 silver? Thank you, dear woman. What can I do for you then? It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you? Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers. And what do you say on this, Leliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Kunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
In the party.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
Well then, it is a good thing I have Liliana in the party. That is a rather easy way to get Sten. Oh, that was so much easier.
So I take it you did not enjoy your Templar training?
That's directed at me, I take it.
Do you see any others about who have failed at their religious instruction?
I didn't fail, I was recruited into the Grey Wardens.
And if you had not been recruited, what would have happened instead?
I would have turned into a drooling lunatic, slaughtered the Grand Cleric, and run through the streets of Denerim in my small clothes, I guess.
Your self-awareness does you credit.
I thought you'd like that.
You wish something more of me? I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it. So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight. I have spent my life in the Vanguard. I know war, and your lands need all the help they can get. And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement. Then I will find it myself. May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Oh, blast it.
Yes.
Don't suppose you're looking to buy... All right. All right.
Lovely.
As you desire.
I'll try to be
my way.
Alright, just got one more bandit camp to take care of. That's all the bandits taken care of. We'll be going for about another 15 minutes and then I'll wrap up.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day.
Probably wrap up these two chanter girl jobs.
And so I shall.
path of righteousness is full of hardship, but the Maker smiles upon its travelers. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Hey, got a level up out of that. Let's go. Alrighty, level 7 mage. Already qualified for shapeshifter, but I don't want to do that one. Definitely want to pick up Arcane Warrior. Definitely want to pick that up eventually. As for the other specialization I'll take, I'm torn between going Arcane Warrior Spirit Healer or Arcane Warrior Blood Mage. Let me see something real quick. Oh, God. I just noticed the game crashed on me. Give me a second, guys. It's not too terribly far from where I was. Actually, I was gonna stop it there anyway, so I can just get back to where I was before the game crashed tomorrow. So, I'm gonna go ahead and call stream here. So, I will see you guys tomorrow for more Dragon Age. Until then, be safe, wear a mask, wash your hands, stay hydrated, all that good stuff. Be good people, be well, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone.